Hi there, dear friends. This is Bob Hatton, of course. It's getting quite dark here. I'm still in the Ukraine. The sun has gone down now. In a few minutes it'll be dark. I won't be able to read what I've written down. So let me quickly get to the point of this short talk. This morning I said I'd explain to you why the city of Sodom and why the city of Gomorrah were destroyed, why God came and he destroyed them. We've been looking at chapter 17 from Luke's Gospel, and we looked at verse 32 where Jesus said that we should remember Lot's wife. And who was Lot's wife? Well, he was one of the 4 people who were escaping from Sodom that was being destroyed. And as she was leaving the city, she turned around and she looked back. And as she did that, she was turned into a pillar of salt. Now, why did God destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? And as we read through that passage, as we read through what Jesus was saying in Luke chapter 17, he says the same thing about the time of Noah as at the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. He said that the people were buying and they were selling, they were getting married, and they were being married. Life was going on normal, just like life for us. We get up in the morning, we have our breakfast, we go to work or go to school, or we go about doing our daily routine. We come home, maybe we have a look at the internet, we start to order stuff on eBay or in Amazon, and life just goes on normal, day in, day out. We have special days where we celebrate this or that. But the thing that Sodom and Gomorrah did, what the people did in the days of Noah, the thing about the time in which we are living is that God has been cut out of this time. He's been expelled. He doesn't have anything to do with our life. And this is something that really, really hurts him. I think that was one of the reasons why he took his hand of blessing away from those two cities. But there's also another reason. I don't know whether I can read it, but the Bible text, what I would like to read you, is in Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 49. Let me see if I can see it. And it says there, it's about Sodom, and it says there, she and her daughters had pride, access of food, and prosperous ease, but did not aid the poor and the needy. And one of the reasons why God destroyed that great city is because they were very callous about the people in need. Maybe that is something about our society in which we live. People are callous about those who are in need. I recently read a book, and it was called The Myth of the Undeserving Poor. Because people say, why should we help those people who are poor? Why should we help those people who are not as good and not as well off as we are? They're just lazy people. They don't deserve it. It's their own fault that they're going through difficulties. Well, sometimes that is, of course, true, but it's not always true. And God requires from us that we do good. God wants us to serve these people who are being disfranchised, who are disadvantaged, who have less privileges than we do. One day I was reading in the Bible and I came across a Bible verse in the book of Galatians chapter 2 and verse 10. And it was like, for me, a revelation. God spoke to me, and it was as Paul was joining the other apostles, and they said to him, just one thing, Paul, don't forget the poor. And when I read that, I knew that God was speaking to me about this. So today we're in the Ukraine. What are we doing here? Well, there's a war going on, and everywhere where war starts, people are suffering. People are being disadvantaged. There's lots of homeless people around us. There's people who don't have anything to eat, who don't have anything to put on, and we're trying to help them. And I want to encourage you, dear people, to get involved in mercy ministries, in helping people who are not as so fortunate as we are, because I believe that there's blessing for those needy people, but there's also blessing for us. I'll have to leave you now because my battery is empty. So have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.